Well, ladies and gentlemen, now for the tech talk on the data journey from raw data to insights to deep statistical inferences, we've got with us Sandeep R. Diddi, the practice leader, big data and data science, AspireNXT Singapore. Well, Sandeep has strong business insight and the ability to plan and execute strategies. Sandeep is presently utilizing data analytics to evaluate an organization's technical performance and providing recommendations on system enhancements. Well, Sandeep, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the World AI Show. I may now request you to kindly join us. Over to you, Sandeep.
Thanks, Bhavna. It was nice, Austin. Thank you. Hello, all. This is Sandeep. As you got a quick introduction from Bhavna, I head up the big data and data science practice at AspireNXT, primarily at the ASEAN region, but working out of Singapore. What we do, and of course, considering the time, we probably will keep it short. Just to give you a quick introduction of what we do as a company is we primarily concentrate on analytics space, not only on the engineering, but we kind of do a full-blown architecture, including how we get the data, how we massage the data, and then how we carve out the insights from the data. So what I would like to kind of give in this short time is, of course, we cannot go deep into the topic, but of course, I would love to give you some insights of how we have helped the customers and how the insights has been around the data they have been ingesting across different sources. Now, as the topic goes from raw to insights to deep inferences, right? Now, typically in a world of data, we always stop at insights. We don't go further to do some more statistical or mathematical insight. That's where we've trying to fill the gap with a lot of our customers. Now, a typical journey starts with an incubation idea that, okay, we have X number of sources, and then we have, this is my roadmap. I want to build, let's say, a customer 360 dashboard, or I want to bring up some insights of the data. Now, this could be of any domain, could be healthcare, could be insurance, or could be banks, or could be manufacturing. We all stop at the journey of when we start the reporting stuff, right? But the power of analytics is when you go ahead from there. That's where the topic is raw to insights to deep statistical inferences. Now, why deep? I'll kind of give you a live example with one of our customers we did. And when we did an incubation workshop for them, we kind of helped them understand how they can use the power of analytics and what all they could do using the data, right? Now, when we sat with them and understood, or we did a discovery phase, we've kind of understood what kind of a data they have. And then there were some pain points which the customers have brought in, right? So for example, they have numerous tests which are running on their systems. Now, they really don't know which is really valid, which is not valid. And it's been running from last 12 years. So nobody really bothered to see, do we really need to do those tests to kind of certify a product? Or can we do, let's say, 30 or 40% of what we have currently and still certify a product? And that's an important thing which a lot of our customers are keen to know. Now, of course, you cannot get in to kind of this level of idea or this level of solution just by doing the reporting. So we really have to dig deep, massage, and completely rip apart the data and see what all we do, what all the patterns we have in the data. With that, we've done a couple of things across this customer. And then when we reach to a stage of analyzing data more from a statistics angle, we've got some unbelievable results, right? I mean, we showed them, of course, we all show what the data is. We don't cook up stories, right? Because stats is all about what you show, what you have. So we just cannot do anything without the data. So when we kind of started getting into the depth, and when we started, it's like an addiction, right? Once you see some research and you feel like, okay, can I go further deep? Can I do one more step deep to see what's happening? Now, when we actually did this, as I said, it was a magic for the customer, right? So we helped them to show that 35 0.6% of their tests which are running on the systems are invalid, or I wouldn't say invalid, it's a wrong word, but are not at all used to certify a product. So straight away we got off 35 tests, and then we ran another pipeline to see if are we really there or are we just cooking up stories, right? We saw when we got rid of that complete 35% test, and of course it was randomly selected tests, and then we kind of did an analysis for close to 7.5 to 8 months, because we just could not get something, we cannot get something in a 2 or 3 weeks time frame. So with that said, the customers or the management from the customers team started seeing the magic. Right now they could see that, okay, we are really doing something we are not supposed to, or maybe we are doing a lot of extra things which we don't need to do. By cutting off that 35%, we straight away got a process efficiency improvement by around 36%. Now, the ship or the product ship time was extremely fast. That means the shipment out of the plant took a big breakthrough. That means the shipment out of the product or out of the plant was extremely fast. But that's where the customers was very keen to know, and a lot of our customers who talk to who really want to do a deep personalization recommendation to customers, right? I would like to quote another quick example for one of the financial customer which we are currently working at. They have people using their app, or they have the people using their particular product across the region, and they really don't know what to do with the data right now. Do they really need to upsell something, cross-sell something, or stop something which is not needed, or give some personalized recommendation to customers? That's something which the CIO came to us. When I met the CIO, he said, okay, this is what I want. Of course, I want some reports, but that's something which is my weekly or monthly or daily reports. But I want to go more deep inside the data. I want to see where are we going wrong? Is the business right? Are we investing in something which is not right? Or are we investing in something which is less, because probably if we invest X amount of dollars more, can we get an increase of 25 to 30% more? So that's something which he was very keen to understand with the data. And that was I would say fairly a new application which was released. And of course, we had roughly around a terabyte of data to look at. Of course, we cannot analyze the whole terabyte of data. So we kind of hit, I would say, the main points, I would say the major points from the customers, as in what are the spending patterns. So we gave them spending patterns which they never saw on the raw layers, right? We gave them that 16% of your customers are spending here, 17.6% of customers are spending here. Now, based on this spending, wherever we have larger spending, we give them a personal recommendation. And that's the beauty of what I say raw to insights to a deep statistical inferences, right? Now, I talk to a lot of customers in my daily journey. I meet a lot of customers, and I always tell them, and of course, that don't stop at your reporting, right? Go one step ahead, go 3 steps ahead, because what you see is a magic there, right? Because once you start seeing the insights, it kind of gets addicted, right? Every day we want to see something interesting. What's happening to my data? Are we in the right position? There is a new campaign coming up. How do I position this campaign? At what stage should I position this campaign? Do I have to do some recommendation based on this campaign? But these are the questions which the marketing access team have come to us in one of the organization, right? So they say we have a new campaign coming up, and we would like to put this campaign up in, let's say, in Malaysia, and we want to put this campaign at this particular date. What do you think that we should do? Is it the right time to pitch in, or do you think we need to give a little delay? Now, that's where the power of the analytics, or I would say advanced analytics, right? So typically in a world of data lake or big data, you have analytics, you have data lake, you have delta lakes, then you have advanced analytics, then you have statistical analytics, right? Now, most of them don't go to that stage, because most of your problems, I'm not saying it's not because not because customers don't want to go there. They did go there because there's no need of going there, or most of the use cases or most of the reportings are already done on the modern data warehouse. Now, there is where we have to take one step ahead and ask or guide or tell the customers that, we can do something more, and then we start showing them a small piece of the outcomes, right? That's where the beauty starts playing in. We're working with one of a fairly startup in India, where they are into an edtech space, educational technology space. They're very keen to know the patterns of students who come in and join. Now, of course, they don't have a lot of data, but they have a lot of statistics inside it. Now, the data is in GBs, but then they have a lot of insights within the data. They want to see the pattern of students, how they join us, or what kind of a pattern of students come and take the course from us, how many of them complete, how many of them leave halfway, XYZ reasons for leaving halfway, or how many of them completed and how many of them are placed, and what is my next particular course which I have to launch, what is my next partnership which I have to do so that I get more students. Now, these are the interesting questions which are coming in from business. Now, this is all we can solve with the data and the power of the data. So I know I have a very a short time. I would always love to go more depth and give more insights, but I would like to conclude by saying that with the raw data, with your engineered data, with your reporting, and with good analytics or good data science or statistical analytics, there is a lot of magic going to happen. Right now, we have to take that extra step. We have to go there and see, and to get addicted to those results, because once you start seeing it, trust me, it's just a beautiful journey, right? And you can start analyzing stuff, and you can start seeing the patterns in your own organization. And when you see those patterns in real, the happiness what we get is completely different. That's a blissful happiness, right? So with that, I would like to say thanks for giving up time, Bhavna and team. And of course, if there is any questions which are there, I don't see any questions, but if there are any questions which has been asked, let me know and I'll be happy to take them.
Sure, Sandeep. Currently there aren't any questions from the audience, but Sandeep, I'd just like to share the screen once. Just allow me a moment, as we have a great declaration out here. Just a second. Share the screen right there. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, what you got to do is AspireNXT. You got to go and visit their booth. You drop in your card and get Singapore dollars 5K worth of services free, limited to assessment and proof of concept. So I thought that before you part ways with us on the virtual conference of World AI Show, I thought I'll just share this to all our attendees.
Excellent.
Thank you so much once again for joining us today.
Thank you. All of you have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Sandeep.